First, man, a reason a lot of people feel like their life sucks because they're not practicing gratitude. And what you fail to realize is gratitude is an action word. It's not just saying thank you or I'm grateful. It's about practicing that in your life. Reflect on what's positive in your life. Look at your past and see how much better it is now. Check your pulse, man. If you're alive and you're breathing, that's something to be grateful for. And I know that sounds real corny, but it's the truth. Another reason your life might suck is because you need to find values and you need to stand on them. A lot of us stand around and we waver in the wind, right? You don't need to do that. You need to find values. You need to have morals. You need to stand on that stuff. You need to not be a chameleon every time you're around somebody different. You need to practice that. You need to prioritize your self-care. A lot of people believe what our generation before us told us all the time. Rub some dirt on it. Keep pushing through. And while these things do hold some merit, you also need to work on you. You need to find things to relax, find things that you enjoy, and work on your mental health sometimes. It's good to have goals and stay focused, but it's also good to take care of your mental health. This grind culture is killing us. So when you're trying to find something, find healthy coping mechanisms. Try to find ways to deal with things in a healthy way. Whatever that may look like. Everybody's got different ways of dealing with stuff. Find yours. I feel like this is so underrated. For me in my own personal life, I gotta have goals. I gotta have smart goals, stuff that's achievable, things that are actionable, things that I can measure right through time. And if I'm not working toward a goal, I always find myself getting more and more depressed. I find myself being harder on myself. But when I'm working towards something, a goal in life, whatever that goal may be, I find my mental health is usually a lot better. Man, I know this sounds goofy, but a vision board, I'm telling you, however it looks on a computer, on a wall, like put your goals on that vision board. I found my new why in my vision board for software development, and it's because I want to be able to work remotely and move to Maine. My dream to move to Maine, my goal is that I have a high-paying software development job. I'm working remote and I'm living in Maine. That's my goal. That's on my vision board. What's yours? Another reason that these small, actionable, measurable goals are so important is because you need to be able to celebrate small wins, whatever that win may be, but find small goals that you can reach right here and there, and you can celebrate like, all right, I remember when I couldn't do that, or I remember when I didn't have $1,000 in my bank account, or whatever the goal may be. Just make sure that you celebrate the small wins because they're very important. Develop discipline. People think that discipline just happens, but what the whole point of discipline is that you're doing things when they're difficult, regardless. And habits are formed in 90 days. You start to develop discipline to continue to do the things that you don't want to do because you've been doing it for 90 days. So remember, 90 days make a habit, habits make discipline. This one is huge. Nurture positive relationships. We all need some relationships that are positive and that build into each other. I think of it like two plants holding water pitchers and they're pouring into each other. Find your other plant. Conflict resolution in a healthy way is so important. If you're having issues with people or issues in general, it's so important to find ways to deal with those conflicts in a healthy way. And healthy ways can look all kinds of different ways, but we want to be civil and we want to make sure that you can solve conflict in a healthy way. And that looks different for every situation. But I'm telling you, that's another skill that is just not talked about enough. Service work, man. Service work is such a big thing because it helps reinforce gratitude, because you start to see, man, maybe my life's not that bad. But also when you're busy helping other people, you're not thinking about what's wrong in your life because you're too busy working with other people. That'll help your life not suck. This kind of goes with the goals, but make sure that you're doing lifelong learning. You're always learning more. We're always growing. Have a growth mindset. And that means that I'm always trying to learn something new. I'm always trying to grow. I'm trying to be better. The only competition I have in my life is me from yesterday. I just want to be a little bit better every day. If I could be a 0.5% better every day, that's going to add up. And finally, the last thing, if you want your life not to suck, hit like and subscribe on this channel. And I'll tell you that your life don't suck. That's it for today. Later. Killed it.